Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on The Kitchen from Netflix about a dystopian future where it's terrible. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 13 available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle Unlimited is free. So The Kitchen is an area of London. It's totally overgrown. It's full of people. They're just stacked on top of each other. And it's a dystopian future. And that's about all I know. I mean, that's about all this shows. They slingshot rocks in the drones. They have all the characters seem to be black. Like all the black people are living in the bad areas. So I guess all the white people are still in charge, even in the future. Is that the message here? I don't know. Look. Eventually, I guess people will learn. January 19th on Netflix. Will I watch it? I don't know. I mean, I used to like these dystopian future things, but they used to be cool in the 80s. Now they just seem like endless fodder for a message. We're going to send a message. Life is bad. People are racist. Oh, you have to do things. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know if it's woke. I mean, it just seems like everybody living in the kitchen is black. Now, that might be true in a not too distant future, I guess, in a dystopian future. That's true. A lot of times, racial divides, divide people by race in terms of where they live and blah, blah, blah. But, it's the same old narrative in these movies now. It's all focused on the revolution. Oh, we're going to all band together and have a revolution. I'm going to fix everything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, after we burn it all down, we'll fix it. We'll fix it all. I don't know. But it looks dark, so, like, they're not going to solve anything. So, I'm not exactly sure what the point is. I guess it's a movie. It probably could be a TV show. It doesn't really get into the plot much, other than I think one of the characters, this guy, discovers he has a son, and the son finds him out, and then he sort of becomes his father figure or dad, his actual dad in a way. Joan, do you want to sit? Didn't sit. So the first act, he's living in dystopian London. Second act, beginning of the second act, is he discovers his son. His son finds him, and he's like, "Oh, okay, you're my son. Now I feel some sort of obligation to you." So second act, he's teaching his son. He's nowhere else to live, nowhere else to go. So he lives with him, but he lives in a dystopian nightmare. He doesn't know, should he help him? Should he not? Then, I don't know, the bad authoritarians keep attacking the poor people in the kitchen. And third act, they rise up in revolution and, I don't know, overthrow the system. But my sense of it is it's dark, so that doesn't work. And then they burn the place down. The authorities burn the place down, and it's like, see, you can't win. Or something like that. I don't know. Good. Here's a write-up. A story of fatherhood and love for the community. Every city has a kitchen. In a dystopian London, the gap between rich and poor has stretched to the limits. From British filmmakers Kibwe Tavares and Daniel Kaluuya, starring Kane Robinson and introducing Jebediah Bannerman. Yeah, look, if you're going to make a trailer, promote the story. Promote the story. Here, Joe, I'm sick of your indecision there. Hang on. Promote the story. Tell us how we got here a little bit, or imply how we got here. Don't just assume, it's the same old, because that's kind of lame. Like, what you're supposed to do in future sci-fi is try to speculate what's going to happen in the future. So basically, you're speculating everything's exactly the same, and it's terrible. In fact, it's even worse. So the people giving this message, I assume, are very left. So what does that say about your leftist policies and how they're working out, huh? Does that say anything to you? Because this takes place in the UK. It doesn't take place in the United States. Who's running it? Who's running the UK now? I'll tell you who'll be running it in the next election. It'll be people on the left. So is this where they bring you? Huh? They bring you to this level, then whose fault is that? So you want to speculate, and if the speculation is everything's terrible and awful, we need revolution. That just seems like an endless cycle of nonsense. But maybe that's the point. Maybe that's the point. Is keep telling people, one day we'll all rise up and we'll throw all the bad people in jail, and then we'll run things and it'll be great. And we keep repeating that narrative, not just in this movie but in other movies too, in order to keep people with this delusion. And rather than say, I don't know, run for office or do your civic duty and try to, help people run for office, or work the phones or go door to door and say, hey, vote for this guy who has better policies, or be a better citizen, or get some education, or, all those things. Maybe. So, if it's about fatherhood, I mean, that could be a good movie. That part of it's wholesome. But, what's that plot? What is it? Give us a little more, and what's at stake? That's what you really need to know in a trailer. What's at stake? Like, if he doesn't do something, does he lose the kid? Is the kid going to be put in a shelter? Or are they looking for him? Is he trying to protect him from people who would, I don't know, move him several 15-minute cities away where I'll never see him again? I mean, it looks very WEF, by the way. Is this just a lay of the groundwork for the dystopian future you're planning? I don't know. Would I watch it? I mean, in the 80s, a dystopian future thing, I'd have been right there, man. But this, it looks meh. It looks meh. It doesn't look like it's really connected to anything other than the skyline shot of London, and it's all built up. Yeah, that makes sense. They're jamming it full of immigrants. They have no place to live, and then they just build a bunch of crazy houses on top of each other just to give people a place to live. Yeah, a bunch of commie block housing. I could see that. It's like Japan, and nobody can move. It's like Japan, only it's not clean, and people aren't tiny, and it's full of trash. Yeah, I could totally see that. That part of it totally rings true. But, I think it's kind of a boring, sad sort of future, one we don't need. I don't know. So I don't know why I would want to watch this. So maybe if I hear it's good, I'd watch it. I don't know. Give us something. Give us something in the trailer. You watch the trailer. You tell me. Does this look like exciting and fun or interesting? It's just sort of there. Anyhow, The Kitchen on Netflix, coming in January. That's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more base takes. If you can find a more base take, I say take it. Christmas is here. Christmas is here. I will be on a TV show on Thursday. Not sure when the TV show airs. It's on RVN. It's called All Things South Jersey, and I'm not sure when. I think it airs on Sundays and Wednesdays. I don't think it's going to be on Thursday, but I'm going to find out so I can announce it more properly. And then, so maybe by Sunday, I guess it'll be on. I'm not sure. You could definitely watch it online, so you'll be able to do that. So even if you live in a dystopia, in the current dystopia that's London, you'll be able to see it. Isn't that great? Anyhow, that's it. We'll see you. Say it with me.